welcome back to Seek the Joy podcast. Happy Seek the Joy Tuesday. I'm your host, Sydney Weiss, and this week's episode is a little different. You'll notice that it's called Podcast Blackout. I made the decision to stand in solidarity and join others in my community in not airing a new episode this week that was really just business as usual. It's really not a time for silence. That's one thing that I know for sure. And I've been at a loss of words the last week, the last few days, but I would almost rather say the wrong thing than not say anything at all. Like you, I am incredibly angry and saddened, and my heart hurts for the murder of George Floyd and all of the men and women, the countless murders of so many Black men and Black women that came before him. I am saddened and angered by the continuation of systemic racism in this country, by the inequity and the inequality, by the hurt and by the pain. Black lives matter today, every day, and always. You know, it's really interesting because from day one, I wanted the podcast to be a lighthearted space, to have a space where we can come together and community and share our joys and our passion and our inspiration and really grow and learn together by seeking our joy. But I realized over the weekend that we actually can't do those things. We can't come together in community. We can't explore our passions and our joy. We can't grow in moments of difficulty and adversity and challenge if we don't talk about and fully embrace and wrap our arms around what's really happening in the world. And so, if it has seemed like I have ignored real world events and what's happening around us, I want you to know that I'm not, but that I'm also sorry and I apologize for not talking about it on the podcast. There's so much more that I want to do, that I can do, that we will do together on Seek the Joy. We are going to have these real, honest, authentic conversations and explore more than what we have so far in the last 2.5 years. And I'm excited and willing and eager to do that. But today we're going to hit pause and we're going to reflect and we're going to take a moment to honor the hundreds and thousands of Black men and Black women who have lost their lives to murder and to violence. For me, the best way to get involved and to do something is to take action. And so I'm going to include a ton of resources that I have found so far in the show notes for today's episode. And if you have great resources, please reach out. Please let me know. This can range from anything from people to follow online, talks to listen to, places to donate, petitions to sign. And at the end of the day, I want to encourage you to vote, to register to vote if you haven't already. There are so many phenomenal organizations out there that talk about voting, how to vote, how to register, what to say to your friends and your family. A resource that I rely on all the time is crookedmedia.com. I'll share that in the show notes as well. So today we are hitting pause. We're hitting pause on our regularly scheduled programming. I've been doing a lot of reflection around this because as someone with a platform, and even though this platform is small by comparison, there are still so many of you that listen to this podcast week in and week out from so many different walks of life all over the United States, all over the world. And so I want to take a moment and say that I am sorry. I have made mistakes. If I look at the content from the last 2.5, almost 3 years of this podcast, it has not been diverse enough. Completely unintentional, but that's a reflection of my privilege. And I will do better, and I want to do better. Because from day one, the mission and the focus of this podcast has been to uplift as many voices as I can and to share our stories, our powerful stories, because we all have one to share. So today, I am promising to do more, and I am promising to do better. and to have more real, difficult conversations on the podcast. Because the truth is that we can have conversations that are difficult, that explore real world situations, what's happening around us. And through those conversations, we can find greater joy and explore the impact and talk about real change in any given moment, while still providing a space of joy and inspiration and empowerment. We can learn and grow together through these conversations, because joy can exist at the same time as hardship and at the same time as deep inner growth and learning. The last thing I want to say is be kind, be generous with yourselves, and be kind and generous with others. These moments in our lives impact all of us very differently. And I hope that we can continue to come together to make this country and our greater world a better place by sharing one powerful story at a time. So take really good care of yourselves, take care of your friends and your family. I hope that you have a really wonderful week. There is so much to do, there is so much to learn, and so much growth that is coming from this moment. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys right back here next week for another Seek the Joy Tuesday. Talk to you soon.